A daily meal is something many of us take for granted, but not so for millions of kids across the country. A USDA report last year found that more than 42 million Americans live in homes without access to enough food. More than 13 million of them are kids. That unimaginable stat is the driving force behind Taste of the Nation, an event where some of the region's top chefs will showcase their culinary creations, otherwise known as food, all to raise awareness and money to help end child hunger. More than 30 cities across the country are participating in the event to support the No Kid Hungry campaign, including Boston next week. Joining me are three chefs lending their expertise to the cause. Andy Husbands, owner of Tremont 647 and the Smoke Shop. Hey there, Andy. Thanks for being here. Joanne Chang, co-owner of Flower Bakeries in Myers and Chang. Good to see you, Joanne. And Tony Moss, owner of Craigie on Main and the Kirkland Tap and Trotter. Now, by the way, you're called honorary chefs. What is that? Is that different from real chefs? What does that mean? Why are you honorary chefs?
It means we've been involved. We've been involved for a really long time with Share Our Strength.
Oh, you really embarrassed me. I thought there was a joke behind that, but apparently. Now, I want to know why you're all celebrity chefs. I know you're going to say no. You are. I mean, you're famous chefs in your thing. Why this cause? We're going to start with you because you're the only one that was kind enough to bring food. Why are you involved in this, Joanne?
I've been involved with Share Our Strength for probably about 15 years. In my first culinary job, I went to Taste of the Nation. And the more I learned about it, the more I just realized, I mean, it's such a solvable problem that kids out there who don't have food can get food. And so Taste of the Nation is a way to showcase this problem and raise funds and awareness.
What's your deal? Why are you involved in this?
I'm in the business of feeding people, and I'm also in the community business. So to me, feeding children and feeding my community really makes sense. And when 1 in 6 children are at risk of not getting a meal, how can I not as a chef and as a human being?
Was there another connection? Did I read you were on food stamps as a kid?
As a child, we were federally assisted, yes, absolutely.
So when you hear that Donald Trump's budget would cut, what, $190 billion, 25% out of the food stamp program over the next 10 years, how do you react to that?
I think feeding children is really important, and I don't think a Democrat or Republican or Independent how we cannot agree to feed children, so it is quite suspect.
I'm with you, but the person I asked, you actually went and lobbied members of Congress. Talk about brave soul.
I got to do it with Joanne.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, every one of these guys says, I'm doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for the kids. But, we had no gun control after Sandy Hook. We're cutting, at least the president wants to cut, as I said, $200 billion. What was did they get this? Do they care about these children who go to bed hungry? Or
I think this leads to a whole other point. Like, we were very lucky because we're talking to people from Massachusetts. So, sitting across the table from Elizabeth Warren, she's, standing up and she gets it. Yeah. She's applauding the effort. At the same time, I wanted to be let loose in Texas or Arkansas or Utah or something like that, which, is not shown as much support. And for me, we could have policy discussions about a whole wide range of things, but why feeding kids is even on the table at all is just completely.
Why do you care about this? What was a big deal with you?
Well, I mean, I think in alignment with what both these guys have said completely. And then I now have a son, and 9 years old, and I'm taking him to public school in Cambridge, and I see a huge variety of people coming from all different backgrounds. Some of them don't come to school every day with the same amount of food in their lunches, and that to me is just unbelievable.
And you've read these food shaming stories where some places, the cafeteria workers put little stamps. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but then there's even Andy and I were talking before. I mean, if we're for America, let's just say we want to make America great again, investing in our kids, this is what it's all about. How can every study has shown that kids who are getting, good breakfast, good lunch, have better attention, have much greater aptitude for learning, are going to have a much greater chance for success. Why would we not invest in them?
But do you feel, I mean, obviously I couldn't agree more with every word you said, but don't you feel like you're swimming upstream? I mean, even when you're doing your lobbying, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, who probably cared more about nutrition and health for kids than anybody who's ever sat in the White House, there's still millions of kids who go to bed hungry at night. So do you say to yourself, as fabulous as what you're doing is, that this is conquerable, but we're not going to conquer it?
No, it is conquerable.
Yeah, and I would say we used to be...
Well, let me just hear her and then we'll go.
The issue is that the money is already there. The money is already earmarked to feed kids. It's just getting access, the school districts to get access to the money so that they can actually feed the kids.
Andy, yeah.
And we used to be 1 in 4, and now it's 1 in 5, 1 in 6, depending on what state you're looking at. So we are making progress. And what's great news about Hungary is we can solve it. And that's what we're trying to do.
So when you go to this Boston Taste of the Nation thing, is this one of these things where you pay a fee and then you stuff yourself till you can't walk? That is essentially what it is, right?
I'm going to be there serving you.
Okay, but that's what people like me do. You're the stuffer, I'm the stuffee. But that's essentially what happens, right?
Yes.
So describe the event, Joanne. You've done some of these around the country, too,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
I think there's about 65 restaurants participating and about 30 breweries and wineries. And there's tables set up, and everybody has, cookies or brisket or, some sort of offal or something.
Or something.
Some sausage thing that you make.
Some delicious sausage thing. And then people come up and we give little portions of the food. And there's 65 restaurants, so there's plenty of food.
And it's you pay one thing and then you essentially, as they say, you just do the thing.
Yeah, but your favorite restaurant times 10 is going to be there. It's a great time. They have great music. It's great energy. And, you get to see some really fantastic people and hear a lot more about what No Kid Hungry is actually about.
This is a horrible question to ask, and when you're all sounding so incredibly beautifully civic-minded, whatever. But is there competition between, even at an event like, you guys are at the top of your game. Everybody knows your restaurants, everybody goes there. Is there not, behind the smiles, you're saying, no, you're too nice a person. Is there a competition?
She is too nice. You're correct.
Is there a competition?
I think everybody wants to come with their best foot forward.
Didn't he work for you at one point? Don't you want to kick his butt? Do you not? I'm serious. I'm just asking. I'm sorry, it's not a contest. It is a contest.
No, in fact, competition is natural. And without competition, what do we have? I'm there by myself. So it's really great. Everybody puts their best foot forward. I'm psyched to have his sausage thing. Doesn't sound right.
What are we talking about?
And
you're psyched to have that brisket or whatever it is they put in the cookie thing.
I'm sure it won't be dry.
And I want to hear from a chef's point of view. We're having a blast because I don't get to see these people enough. So seeing him here is great. I get to see him on Tuesday. We spend time, have a drink or two, eat some brisket.
Fabulous. And this is next Tuesday, right? I'm going to give the website in a second. Congratulations. I think it's great what you're doing, and it's great that you brought food, unlike you two. Thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Joanne, it's great to see you. Good luck next week.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Tony. Really appreciate it. Again, for more information on this fabulous thing, it's Taste of the Nation event in Boston. You can visit nokidhungry.org.